Namaste and welcome to my channel. Today is a little bit of a diversion from my normal subject of the jinn. I'll explain why. It's not that I've run out of information about jinn, it's just that I happen to meet, it's very difficult to explain what they are. Essentially it's a very old Slavic religion. It doesn't really follow any of the rules that we associate with Western religions. And I met a couple of followers of this religion. Now essentially they work with light. They can work with dark. The adept that I spoke to chose not to work with dark energies. They work with light energies in a very, very different way. Now, part of working with the light energy is a type of voodoo doll, but it's not realistically a voodoo doll, but it's a type of voodoo doll called the Motanka. Very little is known about the Motanka in the West. You can find a few things online about it. However, these women use Motanka all the time. If one goes to Ukraine, you can see the Motanka being used by children, adults, women. I've seen them in schools, I've seen them in people's businesses. The dolls are designed to give you luck. However, they also tie into ancestor worship and other various forms of energy magic. Today I'm trying to learn about Slavic magic, and with me I have Natalia and I have Olga. Olga, she makes Motanka, which is essentially a doll, but it's a magical doll. And Natalie is in charge of a group which, through my understanding, is working with the old Slavic system of magic. From the outside, there are many similarities to Hinduism and many religions which use the light system. However, a Lada is similar to a Ferrari. So let's try and find out the difference between Slavic magic and, say, ordinary religions, even Hinduism. Okay, Natalie, what is the difference between what you are doing and, say, other religions?
We didn't try to find differences. We do what we like. And in our work we unit lots of different kinds of methods, practices, which we like. We do energy practice. Olga works with energy of being rich, of wealthiness, and this everything we compare very good. I mostly work with rodology, with generation, with all that helps people to understand that we are together and we are all big unit, that we must not differ religion for different religions, because everything is in one.
Okay, because the ancient Slavic religion was a worship of the sun energy, yeah? Okay, and that seems to fall in with the everything is one. The energy of the sun goes to everything, which is like really cool. When you say radionics, what do you mean by radionics?
No, rodology.
No, radiology, sorry. Radiology.
Rodology, it is when we work with generation, beginning from ourselves, and then we work with mother, father, grandfathers, great-great-parents, which we take the energy, we accept the energy, we use it in our work, in our practice, in order to show the people that our family, it's not all the generation, that we have seven and more levels of generation, our great ancient parents, that we must use their power, communicate with them, honor them, show them that we really remember about them. We do books, very big books of generation.
Mm-hmm. So how do you contact the past generation? How is that done?
We do lots of practice which helps us to touch those people, to touch those times.
Yeah, so how
and we feel this spiritually.
Okay, so because I noticed on your tree of life you have mandalas, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Is that part of the process with the connection?
Yes, it's part of the process, because mandala, it is circle, and inside of circle you can put everything. 4 generations, all the family, all great parents, ancient people, so you can put there inside everything. And every color helps you to, to be close to our great parents.
Okay, so it's the way of connecting, from what I understand, is by using different light frequencies. Yes?
Different color, yeah.
Different colors, different light frequencies. So, how does this tie into Motanka? How does this tie into Motanka? Is Motanka tied with this? By the way, Motanka is a type of a doll. It comes in many colors, and if you go to the Ukraine, you can see Motanka absolutely everywhere.
Motanka came to life of our ancient parents many thousand years ago. Our ancient great parents used it very widely in their life. Many years ago, when mother delivered a baby, she took a little cloth, put their bread, then tied and gave it to the baby instead of, I don't know how to tell, soska, which
instead of dummy.
Yes, instead of the, and the name of it was Motanka. And with some time, when he didn't need this, she gave him a little toy Motanka, which was his only toys, which helped him, and they defended him from everything and helped him in life. It was like a talisman.
Okay. Could we pass one down so we can put it in front of the camera?
Yeah.
Sure. Here is Motanka. The interesting thing about the Motanka is she or he does not have a face. It has a blank face.
They were made from old clothes, and these clothes belong to someone of the family or to the family, and they didn't have face because our great parents believed that no one can make bad influence at you through this doll, and that bad spirit and demon cannot come inside of the doll. So it was like a defender, like talisman, which saved the children during their life. The dolls were made not just for every member of the family, but also it could be done for all the family. And this doll, she usually is made at the beginning of the year. She is done at the beginning of the year, and here inside of it, it is for wealthy for the whole year, for health and so on. And inside of it, wheat and some porridge and maybe some coins in order to bring wealth, health to the people who live in this house during the year.
I also understand that there is no needlework with the Motanka.
Yeah, needlework.
There's no cotton, is there? It's all knots, I believe.
Also, that Motanka without face cannot be compared with the person to whom it is given. But if it has face, we can use it, like for example voodoo, to tell that this is such person, so we can do something bad for him. But if it is without face, it saves better.
Yeah.
Face, now people can use it with bad influence.
Okay, because like I said, I have read that there is no sewing with the Motanka. It's just knots.
Yeah. Just noted. We just tore the clothes. We don't use scissors. We just also tore it. In modern world, if you want something like decoration element, you can sew and just to put it on your motanka, but not in the process. When you put it, you cannot sew at all.
Yeah, because these are original Motankas, but I think it's really important that people understand that the ones that you can buy on the internet are not real Motanka.
No, of course not.
No.
If you wanted to have sacral power, you must do it together with master, then it will be very powerful. But if you buy it just for decoration, it will be done perfectly, but it will not have sacral power. It will be just decoration on the shelf. Mother does this motanka for her child or children, and it is for a long time, and you can give it from person to person during a long time. And not so long ago, her son got married, and she also did him two dolls, like he and his wife, and it is like talisman for them also, for saving their family. Motanka can be also created against the illnesses, and we have such motanka also done. It is in the corner, you see,
12 куколок маленьких вот
them. And when they played their role, when you see that they helped you, then they must be put into the fire.
Ah, interesting. Because I noticed there's some rope ones. I have.
Это куклы-неразлучники.
I have a couple of. I have a rope one at home. It was given to me, which is really cool.
It is in order to have a healthy and harmony family, and not to separate for a long time. So they are given for the couples, and mostly they must be in the bedroom in order to save the couple and bring to harmony. And also they can be given for the couple which are together for a long time, against all the bad and against separation, divorcing, and so on.
Okay, so if you don't want to split up, get a Motanka, but make sure it's a real one. Okay. Yeah, we have to. So, what is the connection with your religion and Motanka?
Our great parents believed that this will support their children during the long time, during the life. We cannot compare this with religion, but maybe not direct comparison. It is like icon which you give in order to bless the children, for marriage, for long life. It's something like this, but it's not religious. If we speak about religion will be against this motanka. Okay. It is like, people's art.
It's people's art, yeah, people's craft. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it's really interesting because in the West, we know very little about Motanka. Yeah? I only discovered it when I came to Ukraine. Many of the houses I go in have Motanka, many. Yeah. Even a school, I knew a school where the headmistress had Motanka in her office.
В школе даже видел в кабинете мастер мотанок.
Yeah, and I know many women and boys who were given Motanka to go to school with.
Видел многих деток, которые ходят с мотанкой в маленькие школы. She has a little boy who was going to sanatorium, and in order not to have problems and not to have lots of tears, she made him little doll, like finger doll, and it always was in his hand, and it was like symbol that mom is near, mom's hands are near, so it was easier for him to relive this time without mom. So, and he helped and he told that he felt mom's energy near him. Her husband drives a lot and he travels a lot, and she with children did him little doll which is in his car. It's like symbol that family's fire, families support, always together. And they have they have children's house of family type. They have 10 adopted children. So for every child which goes out of the family when he is grown up, she also does similar doll in order to tell them that you are loved, you can always come to our family, and we always support you and help you. Some special dolls must be made just in special days, in very good mood, just in silence, and then it will have sacral power. Not that they could have such energetics which was put inside.
Yeah, I find it very, very interesting. It's an amazing subject. I've heard that they also make bird motankas, little birds.
As birds, it's like the beginning, it's like the symbol of the generation, it's like the freedom, like supporting of everything, and usually they are doing for house, and there must be done alatir, it's like big window, like symbol of window, and there you put birds. Two big birds like mother and father, and little birds like the members of the family. Every child, every bird. She told that next time she can show, she has them in her house. We don't have birds here. Mother can do them herself, or every child can do with mother such little birds, like symbol of all the family.
Excellent. Well, thank you for talking about Motanka with us. Спасибо большое.